It's NBA action. The opening tip corralled by the Hawks. They've got it first as we're underway in Atlanta. Unbothered by the defense as he drills it.
Here's a tip for your defense. You can't give him that much space. You have to push up into his personal space and make him play the majority of the possessions with his back to the basket. Because if you allow him to open up, there's no stopping.
Jay, I'm going to say that you don't know this, but since 1980, stuffs it down with authority.
That's called a grown man play, Ed. Someone's trying to get featured on SportsCenter tonight.
Across the timeline, it's Walker. They trail by 2. Deep 2 there, won't go.
You know, Ed, everybody gives so much credit to the guy who contested the shot.
Stuffs it down with authority.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice finish. It's all business.
Boston with the basketball.
He sent that one to the 3rd row.
He was locked in. That was impressive. Oh, emphatic slam.
If you didn't dunk that, then we would have to talk about it.
Hayward to Cantor, and it's Cantor above the rim.
Oh, man, did you see that swiftness? He dunked that thing like a tennis ball.
It looked like that in his hand. Oh, highlight moves. Tough to do with the defender all over you. And a nice finish at the rim.
Man, he's got the defender out there tap dancing like that on national TV. That's not a good sign.
To Cantor, in the slam.
Another possession they were forced to take a tough shot. This time they got it to go, but they need to do something different to start creating more open look opportunities.
Pass taken away by the Celtics. Had a chance, but it's no good. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
They're going to have to find answers defensively and quickly because he's carving them up in the first quarter.
Hayward to Kemba Walker. Doesn't have the touch. No good. And he finishes at the rim.
Well, they have such great flow to their offense this evening. The ball isn't sticking to one player individually. It's moving around the perimeter, and it's zipping. They're playing with a special cohesiveness.
Oh, you could sense that coming.
There is a premium market for players with that type of hand-eye coordination.
Short jumper stays out. Walker with the basketball. Margins 8. Good look that time, but off the mark.
Block up. Here you go.
To Parker for 3. Good offense rules the day in this matchup. It's Jabari Parker with the jumper.
Ed, let me tell you how this one goes. It ain't no fun if the homies can't have some. Everyone's getting a piece of the rock tonight.
Here comes the screen. To Cantor. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
He should get some kind of acting award. That's a great sell by the offensive player. But guess what? The ref spit, and that's the game.
And it's Cantor trying to cash in on the 3-point play. For his career, 77% at the line. Short jumper off the mark. Has a chance. Can't connect. Defense did its job that time.
Let's be realistic. He's probably not going to miss a lot of shots. But the more effort you can give, you want to try to tire him out. Take his legs away. Make him work to catch the ball. That's how you win a defensive battle.
To Hayward. Just enough of a head fake to help on that one.
I'll look out for that same move on the next possession, though.
Down low for Len. Big stuff and a lot of traffic on the way to the rim. They have set the tone in this one.
I love when I see offenses come out in beast mode. You attack that paint, you get to the rim, inevitably the floor will open up for you to knock down some threes.
And the finish at the rim.
It can only be one of two things here. One, the defender ran out of gas. Or two, this dude is just unstoppable.
Hayward to Marcus Smart. Short jumper off the mark. Here's Atlanta with the basketball. Converts in the paint. Nice finish at the rim.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
Knocked loose. That's a turnover. It goes the other way. Stuffs it down with authority.
Showing you why he belongs here in this league with the best of the best. Efficient scoring out of the rookie here tonight.
Knocked loose. It's a turnover as they head the other way.
Why not? Let's keep the crowd in it.
Now the Celtics going to use a timeout as they'll go over some tactics now in this first quarter of play. Both teams tweaking their lineups. Here come some changes. Jay, for one, Trader Danny was Danny Ainge. Celtics didn't do that much, but Eastern Conference didn't see much change either.
Yeah, they didn't need to do anything if you're the Boston Celtics. You already have all the pieces to the puzzle. There's no doubt about it. The Celtics are now in the driver's seat.
To Parker. Off the assist.
Whew, I don't think anyone saw this one coming, but it looks like they're trying to send a message. Look into their eyes. They're laser focused. They're playing as if this game is tied.
Count the bucket for two.
Bulldog. Look, it ain't always going to be pretty, but this is a results-oriented business, and this dude will always give you a good ROI.
And the basket good at the rim.
Hand down, man down. You got to get up and contest the shot.
Hey, lock up.
To Marcus Smart. Count the basket. 2 more points in the paint.
Finally something goes their way. I don't think I need to tell you, but this has been a disaster of a first quarter. They just need somebody to get hot, and then they need to come together as a team and get a few stops.
Knocked loose. Hawks come up with it. Fires the three. Off the mark. Missed it. They weren't going to give that to him. Deep three at the buzzer. And a three-pointer at good measure. What a finish to the opening period. A great stretch here to start the... Ed Cohen, Jay Williams with you as we get things started here in the second quarter.
Pick up.
Oh, too much contact. Free throws on the way.
I don't know about that one, Ed. I always thought your hand was part of the ball.
Marcus Smart. Couple of free throws on the way. Shoots it at 75% for his career. And hits the first free throw. No back-to-back free throws here. He missed the second. To Lin. Jeremy Lin. He's finally on the board. Makes his first shot.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
Knocked loose. Calls out of bounds. Last touch by Marcus Smart.
Here we go. My ball.
Here comes the screen.
Work around the screen. You're killing me.
Has a look. Shot by Turner won't go. Big slam. Oh, he looked like he was on a mission.
He got through traffic with ease, but if you're going to fully collapse the defense, you're going to leave wide open three-point shooters.
Now ready to shoot at the line.
Aggressive play there, but you can't fault the defender for being up in the shooter. You need to contest shots, each and every one of them.
And he connects on the first free throw. And gets both to drop at the line. Walker into the front court. Down a bundle. Count the basket. A lot of contact. No foul.
Just a ball-handling wizard, still putting people under his spell.
Jay, it wasn't that long ago. Atlanta won 60 games. Right now, what's the outlook for this franchise?
Well, the general manager, Travis Schlenk, has done a really good job in trying to build the culture, the right culture for the Atlanta Hawks. And that starts with their head coach in Lloyd Pierce. He got him as an assistant coach with the Philadelphia 76ers, and now he can also steal that tagline for the Hawks. It's time to trust the process all over again, but now in Atlanta, Georgia.
Oh, bad pass, and the Celtics have it. Give it to him. Kemba Walker, now 4 for 9.
You see, you can't actually get mesmerized by the ball. You actually have to focus on the dribbler's belly button. I know that may sound cheesy, but trust me, he can't go anywhere without his core.
Beyond the arc for 3. Not a good shot there as he misses it. Into the front court, it's Walker. His guys down big. Steps around the defender and puts it in. Nicely done.
And here's a next-level comment for you. K-Walk is one of the rare guys in the league today that blurs the lines between the streets and the league.
Old school. Backs his man down for the basket.
You know, from a point guard perspective, one of the things that I learned when I played in the league was that the more I was willing to give the ball up, the harder other players were willing to run to their spots. The harder the bigs were running to the rim. The harder the three-point shooters were running to the three-point line because they knew they could be active recipients. And when they caught the ball, they knew exactly what to do with it.
Gets it to go. Could have been more. A lot of contact, but no foul.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
He gets it.
Because in certain players' mind, it doesn't matter if they're amongst the trees or not. They're always going to be the giant in the paint.
Knocked loose. That's a turnover. It goes the other way.
Come on, let's dig in. Let's really build this lead.
Out of bounds. Last touch by the Celtics. Trying to cash in. Boban can't hit it. Brown with it up top. He'll run the offense. Hawks have the board. And scores. Strong take.
Well, when you play for each other and not just for yourself, that's when great things happen. You essentially lose yourself in what the team is trying to accomplish. It's called unselfish basketball. And there's nothing more beautiful than rewarding your teammate with a nice pass and letting them finish for 2 or 3 points.
Oh, nice find for the basket.
Just wait a second, Ed. Wait 1 second. Can we go back to the play before this great play that we just saw? Just because you have a bad offensive possession, you can't allow that to go down and reciprocate itself on the defensive end. One bad play does not make 2 bad plays. You have to bounce back. That's how you play this game.
Can't connect. Tough-looking shot there. Still gets it to go down.
You hear coaches talk all the time about passing the ball on time and on target. As a passer myself, if I can deliver the ball to you in a position where I cannot give you options to think, but just go up and make the play easy, that's a win-win.
Celtics have it.
Let's go.
Knocks it down from mid-range.
I get tired of hearing guys say, I was there, I contested a shot, I pretty much had a hand in his face. Well, no, you have to change up the game. If a guy is right-handed, he is right eye dominant. Get that hand over his right eye, block his vision. That'll enhance his chances of missing the shot.
Timeout Boston as they'll talk things over here in the second quarter. Time to adjust. Both coaches making changes on the floor. Walker. Off the mark. No good. Parker. And throws it down. He was ready right at the tip.
What a first half he's having. He came out of the gate, attacked, found ways to get to the rim. Now look how easy the game is coming to him.
Had a good look there, but it's no good. To Allen Crabbe. Going to launch beyond the arc. Tough shot. No good for Allen Crabbe.
Shooters shoot. Period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
From the outside, no good. Has a chance. Off the mark. Well contested.
Match up, baby.
Throws it down.
Hey, look, this is a new wave. If a young cat catches you sleeping on the wrong night, it's definitely going to get 1 million+ views the next day.
Ball's controlled by Boston. To Jaylen Brown. Alex Len snatching it out of the air. That'll be out of bounds. Last touch by a Hawk. Walker. They have to keep him in their grasp.
I know he's a volume shooter. I know defensively at times you have to take your lumps. Might be time to adjust the scouting report, though. Start denying him the ball.
Across the timeline, it's Walker. His guys can hold for the final shot. Has a look. Cleans it up. Offensive board. Jabari Parker. 3 for 3 in this first half. A very one-sided first half of basketball as we are at halftime. Let's get you to Orlando where we say hello to Jalen Rose and our EA Sports.
Certainly didn't.
Game drive. Assists.
What you see on screen is how this team was able to gain its competitive advantage, doing what's necessary for the lead.
Player of the half.
I'm ready to skip ahead and just get this guy player of the game. You can tell he's on his way to a special game.
Who was cold?
What can you say about a guy like this? Except that he fits the title of this segment. He was definitely cold in that first half. Here we go with the top 3 plays from the first half.
Number 2. Number 1.
Thanks for joining us for the halftime report. The second half is about to get started.
Walker with the basketball. Looking to make something happen. That pass stolen by the Hawks.
Maybe pace it right here. They got a big lead at home.
It's good. Count the basket and the foul.
The defender was actually in a good position there. They even made a decent play on the ball. But sometimes those bounces go the other way. Still, stay aggressive out there.
John Collins at the line for a chance at a three-point play. 71% for his career. Celtics have it. Down the lane to lay it in.
Did you see the way that dribble freed him up? It created so much space. I did, but the defender didn't.
Walker to Cantor. And good work defensively as the pass is taken away. Short jumper off the mark. To Hayward. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
You normally don't see that, but that's the type of thing that keeps shooters in the league for a long time. Every once in a while, they venture into the paint.
Jabari Parker. That's how it's done. He's 4 for 4 in the game.
And I love when people are saying, well, he's not an exciting player. I don't need him to be exciting. I need him to be fundamentally sound.
Now preparing to shoot at the line.
Just because a team's winning doesn't mean the refs are going to put away the whistle. Play right all the way through.
Jason Tatum has got 2 shots coming. For his career, 82%. Misses the first. Good recovery. Hits the second free throw.
I got ball. My ball. Hit.
Gets a look. Can't hit. Oh, working hard there. Collects the rebound and gets it back up for the slam.
You know, Ed, I'm down with guys having 35, 40, maybe 50 points in the game. But the one thing you look for in a defensive end, when there's a huddle after a guy has dropped multiple buckets on you in a row, and everybody's quiet, nobody stands up and says, yo, I got him, I'm going to stop him, you're in a worrisome place for your team.
Easy path to the rim.
Ed, sometimes less is more. Keeping it simple is the best way.
Here comes the screen. Walker. Tatum. Yes, tough shot. It's got to go up to go in.
There's a natural tendency when you guard a right dominant hand player to send him left. But for a guy who's a good mid-range shooter, that's wrong. His pace dribble is his left hand. Force him to go right and know that the chances are higher of him trying to drive and attack the rim. That's knowing the scouting report.
Off the mark. He loves the tough shots, but that one may be too tough. Hawks with the basketball.
I got ball.
The pass set it all up.
Great job using that shoulder to create contact with the defender without hesitation.
To Jaylen Brown. It's a turnover as they head the other way. Ah, the monster stuff.
You used to hear all these coaches talk about, we need players to run the floor. No, I don't need you to run the floor. I need you to run the floor with purpose. Those are two different things. When you run the floor in attack mode, that's when plays like this occur.
Hayward to Cantor. Send it away.
Did you see how far he got up? He kept going up and up and up. I think he's still going up.
Nice pace, sets it up, and slams it down.
I know there's that old saying that says one man can't beat five, but we're watching one man carry 4 other players. His back has to be hurting. Another big-time finish.
Boston with 4 to shoot, trying to cash in. Parker. Nice finish at the rim. Play is stopped. Timeout Boston as their coach wants to get a word in with his guys here in this third quarter. Some lineup changes now for both clubs. To Hayward. To Marcus Smart. Tatum. They need something to go down. It's no good. To Parker. Stuffs it down with authority.
This is where I go back into player mode. If the dude starts to try to have 40 points on me, I'm going to foul out. I'm going to start hitting him in places he's not used to being hit. I'm trying to do anything to throw him off his game.
Nothing going here on that drive. Short jumper won't fall.
Yo, big kudos to the defender. It seems like his mere presence in the paint was enough to make the offensive player miss the shot before he even got off the ground.
Over to the right side. Parker. That's off the side of the rim. No good.
Hey, locked up.
Has a chance. Just off the mark. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
And I know there's so much excitement about the play, but everybody looks at the player. More people need to pay attention to the guy at the end of the bench, the strength and conditioning coach, because this kid's been putting in the time and effort every day in the weight room.
Free throw's good as they continue to widen their lead. Boston with the basketball. Kemba Walker against the Ukrainian Len. Cruises inside for two.
Strong finish. That's what you need, regardless of contact, focusing on the rim.
That's a turnover. It goes the other way. To Jeremy Lin, working it outside. 4-3. Trying for a 40-point night, but it's off the mark. Give him 2 points. High percentage.
That's a strong finish. Regardless of contact, finishing strong is key.
Flushes it home.
It has been. The passing has been great, but the precision of the passing has been next level. Every pass has been delivered right in the pocket, ready for the player to either shoot or dunk the ball.
Walker into the front court. His guys down big. Curling inside. And he's fouled. Very close. Free throws coming up.
Sometimes when you get up big, you get a little careless. But attention to detail through the end, that's how you avoid unnecessary fouls.
So he hits the first, misses the second.
I got him.
To Lin. Rebound for Smart. Into the front court, it's Walker. Down a bundle. Driving right to the basket. Kemba Walker lays it in.
Bread and butter. And there are few that can do it better off the screen.
Double team.
Jeremy Lin. Not a busy night, but effective. 2 for 2. Deep three at the buzzer. Third quarter comes to an end. The Hawks with a nice advantage. Hawks with the basketball to start this fourth quarter.
Hey, it's up there. Let's take it home now. Let's go.
Walker to Hayward.
On your left. Here he comes.
Got a piece of him.
Jumping out the gym right now, Ed.
Great anticipation. missed that one. The defender was all over him. Has a look. Shot won't go.
And this is where you know you have the offense right where you want them. Every possession, all you see them doing is complaining to the ref, complaining to each other. You're making the game uncomfortable. That's the mark of a good defense.
Oh, highlight moves. Tough to pull off with the defender all over you. Layup's good. Those are the types of shots you always strive for.
You know, it reminds me, Ed, of a story a legendary coach once told me. He said, if you ever get in a fight, you're not going to hit somebody with an open hand, correct? You'll probably break a finger. But if you hit somebody with a fist, what is that? That's 5 fingers working collectively together as one. That's how you deliver a knockout punch, and that's what we're seeing tonight.
The drive, right to the basket. Rebound taken by Parsons.
And you knew this game had a chance to get out of hand pretty quickly because of the communication. When these guys stepped on the court, Ed, they were yapping back and forth to each other. And that kind of communication, that kind of collective responsibility to one another, you feel that on the court. That's why this team is special.
Hayward to Walker. Add 2 points to the board.
The savvy players, they create contact. They throw their arms in you. They even throw their bodies into you. And as soon as you become hesitant defensively, they got you right where they want you.
Count the basket. Lot of contact. No foul.
Ooh, cool, calm, and collective. The 3 C's. His handles are effortless.
Whistled for the foul. Chance coming up at the free throw line.
Okay, now we're on the home stretch, and you got a big lead. Don't let your opponent back in this game by giving up extra possessions.
First one goes down. Can't connect on the second, and he splits the pair. Yes, and the foul, and a chance at 3 coming up.
The offense has very little to lose on those type of plays if they know they can, number 1, create contact, and number 2, still get the ball up. You need to assert yourself fully on the defensive end by initiating the contact and not allowing the offensive player to get that ball above his waist.
Free throw's good. Add 1 more to the total. This game feels out of reach. Across the timeline, it's Walker. He'll run the offense. Hayward to Kemba Walker. Here comes the screen. Walker to Hayward. From long range, he was all over him.
And big-time coaching strategy by the staff right there, utilizing their bench, keeping fresh legs on that shooter consistently throughout the course of the game.
Perfect feed to set up the basket.
Well, we got a chance to firsthand watch something be created. I think we just watched an epidemic of passing. I've never seen something like this before. It was so contagious, everybody started to do it, and it ultimately led to the other team's demise.
If that's an epidemic, sign me up. Walker to Hayward. Walker. Lets it fly from long range. Rebound comes to Atlanta. Tough shot, and nearly a chance at a 3-point play. No foul.
And that may not have been a gimme, but that layup at the rim definitely chips away at the pride of the defense.
Nothing going here on that drive. Count it. No and 1. There was some contact there.
And did you see the lift on the shot? Did you see the ball release off the hand? To be able to have the concentration to finish with such a feathery touch in the midst of contact, that's something special to watch.
Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Not going down here. Oh, the touch at the rim. Count it. Deep three at the buzzer. The Hawks are victorious as they win this one in very convincing fashion. That does it. For my partner Jay Williams and our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. As we say, so long, everyone.
The Hawks could not have been more dominant in this game. They did it with blocks.
Game track. Defense.
The Atlanta Hawks put under pressure defensively in this game. And in return, they put back some blocks and steals on the stat sheet. Not only that, they put a W in the win column. And that's everyone's favorite stat.
Player of the game. Who was cold?
What can you say about a guy like this? Except that he fits the title of this segment. He was definitely cold in this game. Here are the top 3 plays from the game.
Number 2. Number 1.
Here's a look at the upcoming games for the Atlanta Hawks. On behalf of ESPN on EA Sports, I'm Jalen Rose, and it's been our pleasure to present you with some NBA basketball.